Hello, everybody. Bill Flipper here. This is going to be a quick one. Somebody was dropping some comments about the softwares I use, so I made a list here, kind of explained why I use them, why I like them, why they are good for my business, and they may work great for you. They may not. You may need something um, more curtailed to specific selling. But if you're a new seller, this is great stuff. I actually made a little list, so when you see me, look off. And I realize I need to get a better camera. I'm using my laptop camera, and it looks like there's like almost like a hostage video, like it's all grainy. I'm being shot. This is being shot from the bottom of a basement somewhere. So, yep, I am, this is not a proof of life video. I actually am doing quite fine. So we are on to the first, and that is you probably need this almost from the gate when you start sending stuff in. That's Inventory Lab. It does all your accounting or a large portion of your accounting that you can hand off to your accountant at the end of the year. You know if you're profitable or not. You can keep track of all your expenses. It uploads into almost all the repricers, so you're not manually entering these things. It really is the gold standard of listing and sending things. And this is kind of a sad story in my selling stuff, but I put off getting it like a fool. I put off getting it because it was I had this idea in my head that it wasn't worth it. I could just list them on Seller Central, and it takes 10 times longer to list them on Seller Central. Just get Inventory Lab for the price, the time you save. If you're new, what you can do is you get your items. If um if it's just a barcode, you get a Bluetooth scanner and you scan the barcodes in, and it just shoots out labels. You can upload all the pricing stuff if you want to manually enter your prices, or if and you put in SKUs, you can put in the SKU, and I like to put where I bought it, when I bought it, and the price I bought it for. And you can also add in, other little things. It really keeps track of everything. I've heard Seller Board is really good. I'm not really familiar with why it's better, but I heard like if it you would still need inventory list, but from my understanding, Seller Board has some type of other tracking financials, something with that. So I guess it like is almost like an add-on. So that is Inventory Lab, and yes, very quickly if you start doing this thing full time or heavy part time or plan on doing it, you'll need it. And all these things are business expenses. You know what I mean? They're expenses in business. There's software to run it. I couldn't run it without. So we're on the next thing. And there's an affiliate link below, CellerAmp for OA. Um, I'm gonna back this up really quick. You need Keepa for sure to make good buying choices. You could probably make great buying choices with just Keepa and a free Amazon calculator. So there would be a calculator, be like a Chrome extension. You can get those for free. Now, I believe SellerAmp is great, and I use it every day. Or every day I'm sourcing, which is almost every day. And because it has options to quickly reverse source, is the Keeper chart. So and for the price, I think it's extremely cheap. I don't know, it's like 10, $15 a month. It's very cheap for the how much time I save. A lot of these services, they just save you so much time. I think Inventory Lab's like $50. It would take me all day to do an order, where it might take me 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours tops. It would take me like 2 days to do Seller Central. And then could you imagine going back through and finding out, okay, I bought this one-off brought Kohl's. Was it $12 on the receipt, or was it the $20 one? It would be a nightmare to keep track of your expenses, your buy costs, where you buy it at, so it would just be a nightmare. So the amount of time it saves Inventory Lab for, I don't know what it's 50, $65 a month. The amount of time is, my time's more valuable than a one-off payment of $50. If I'm making 50 or 25 an hour, that's 1 or 2 hours. So it's just necessary. So SellerAmp is really good at making sourcing decisions quicker. Like I said, there I don't really mess with calculators. I heard Inventory Lab has a free OA type calculator. I people said it was good. I really should check it out. Maybe it really does simplify it. But I mean, especially for reverse sourcing, I think I really can't say because I have not tried Inventory Labs free one, but you know, I like CeleryAmp. I wouldn't put any links in something I don't like. Actually, but anyway, the reverse sourcing, I have lots of videos on how it speeds it up. You have a buy cost, you have the keeper charts. I believe it's the quickest way to make quick buying decisions and to filter through the trash to get to the products you want to purchase. Okay, next, I'm kind of jumping all over the place in my thought pattern, so I'm trying to keep it somewhat straight. We have Keepa. This is completely necessary. You'll need it. You'll need it if you do Amazon to make buying decisions that are safe. Keepa gives you the price history, the sales velocity, all those types of things. There's some other things, but basically it allows you to make really, really great buying decisions. It's absolutely necessary. That's a you know, you need it. There's no option. You can't operate the business without it. I use Scout IQ, and this is a guilty admittance of me. Um, I still sometimes use it in stores to look at, like, I'm so used to the pattern of it, and sometimes I'll still hit up a thrift store and hit like for books and stuff. I'll still hit for books and I'm used to like having that little interface. But again, I have an affiliate for that below. I haven't even ever sold anything on the affiliates, but it's good to have. Maybe one of these days somebody will hit it. Um, but that's for books only, mainly for books. If you're not going to start, I think books are a great way to start. I think you can scale up, you can learn the process, you can make buying mistakes, and you could send in two shipments, learn the process, make a mistake here and there, get a win here and there, and your mistakes are not $50, $100 mistakes. They're a $1 or $2 mistake, and you could see why what that mistake was. Um, I use Aura as a repricer. You do not. I know people who are very happy with cheaper alternatives. I used Aura. I never really tried another one, and I know people are extremely happy with Be Cool. I know Seller Snap is a very expensive one that other people. Yeah, if you talk to people, they're all over the place. I mean, there's people like me who really like Aura. There's people who really like Be Cool. They stand by it. There's people who love Seller Snap and then say Seller Snap's like some ridiculous amount. Ridiculous. It's like 500 a month. And I mean that's crazy. I've heard that it's just oh, it's worth it in a day. And then I've heard from other people that, it was not worth the price. I mean, I think if you're willing to pay 500 a month, I'm almost thinking, there may be I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not at that level. I've certainly heard people say it is totally worth it. I've heard other podcasts say it's not even worth it. They noticed very little difference, or what they made was not worth the price tag. I mean, you're the repricer is so what you could do would be go and reprice everything manually. Well, you might be able to do that if you're new with 10 SKUs, but once you get to 100, 150, 250 SKUs, that is undoable. You would spend all your time repricing. So again, the repricer is saving your time. And I have to say, Aura is great because it's very simple. This is why I like it. And it does raise I'll get one sale. Let's say I set my price to 25. I set my minimum to $20. The buy box is 25. I set the max price to 30. It will chase it down and then bring the price up. So one time I might get it at 24. The next hour I might get at 25. The sale at the end of the night at 29. So it raises it. I often see where I send it in for like 25 bucks and it has since raised it to a maximum or a higher price. And it works pretty well. It stays competitive. Um, I mean, I'm happy with it. It's very easy interface. I haven't really messed with Be Cool, so I can't say. You can upload all your prices straight from Inventory Lab. So, you get a text file, you upload onto Aura, and you just turn on the repricer when things start going live. So, and that is it. I have a refund service, but I've only had it for a few days. So I had another one. I always got a little shook. I've gone back and forth, but so right now I'm trying Get Ida. It's only been a couple days. Haven't gotten any refunds. I don't expect to yet. I don't think I can judge the service in a few days. They haven't reached out or anything. So from my understanding, they usually ask you for like sometimes invoices, things that they put on your cases. Um, but I haven't had any success. Doesn't mean it's bad. I might come back in a week saying, "Oh, they got me $500." So I'll absolutely keep you updated with that. But I certainly wouldn't get an affiliate link for something that I just don't know. I don't know if it's a good service or not. It was recommended from me by actually I was talking to AC Flips. He has a great YouTube channel. But I was talking to him and he said it was okay. So I had heard it from many other people too on different podcasts that Get Ida was good. It's a refund service. So I don't know if everyone knows this, but Amazon is really big and the warehouses are really big and they lose stuff and they find stuff and sometimes your stuff gets damaged and it is and sometimes you're not paid for those items. They accidentally misplace. I mean, it's just this is a massive warehouses and business company. So this is an insane story. I'm going to tell it. I would almost love to pull up the SKU. I had an item show up yesterday in my inventory 2 days ago. I bought it in 2021. So I go through, I'm checking out my Seller Central. I get this thing that says create a listing. So it was a deleted listing and it went to my stranded inventory. I'm like, what is this? I pop it open. The inventory lab SKU is from I think October 2021. So it's clearly been lost. And then was found and I created the listing. It went live into my inventory. I matched the buy box and sold it. And it's just crazy. I mean, this stuff happens. So who knows if it fell behind a pallet somewhere? I have no clue. And I've had those things quite a few just strange stories. I mean, another one is people would put in removal orders and they get random items they've never even sold. So they're putting a removal order in for a book and they get LED lights sent to them. So I mean that one's I've heard so it's just things get misplaced, and that's why you need a refund service. Things get you know, not counted, things get misplaced, things get lost, things get damaged, and they don't always put that back in your account. So that's why once you get a little larger, you definitely want a refund service. You definitely want to check your inventory and make sure because the pennies can certainly add up. I mean, Get Ida says I have $1,500 in possible cases. I'm not sure how they calculate that. It's probably not that much, but you can imagine if it's a basically all those refund services, they are if you get paid, they get paid. So they take let's say 20, 10%, and then they try to find all this lost money. So they if they find $100, you gotta give them 20. But that was $80 you probably weren't gonna get anyway. So I would happily, I'm all about that. If they can find it, and I'm sure they have some type of software and they know what to look for, and it's not even really worth my time to start going in looking for $10 here, $15 here. It's better that they have you take it to a professional, they know what they're looking for, and then they hopefully find some the money that's owed to me. So that's all I have for today. It is hot as hell in Pennsylvania. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. I'll be making more videos. So everybody keep hustling. See ya.